I am reacting to the entire MCU in order from start to finish. If this is your first video, check the description, get the playlist, watch them all. On YouTube is the 16-minute version. It's all I could do for fair use. If you want to watch the full thing, it's picture-in-picture. You don't need to sync up anything. Get it on Patreon, $8 a month. Super cheap. Less than most other reactors out there. $10 a month they have. Fuck that. $8. I'm undercutting the whole market. $4 for early access. Onwards to the reaction.
Once,
Okay.
mankind accepted a simple truth. That they were not alone in this universe. From a realm of cold and darkness came the frost giants.
Okay. So, this happened?
In the end, their king fell. And the source of their power was taken from them. The last great war ended, we withdrew from the other worlds and returned home to the realm eternal.
Okay.
Asgard.
Okay. Okay. It's a cool ass shot. Very discombobulating. Ugh. Was not expecting him to be this, I don't even know. Just flashy, I guess. Expecting to be way more of a, you know, like, oh, I'm a god and I have my duty and stuff. Expecting to be a very serious character.
I, Odin Allfather, proclaim you.
So before you become king, probably all of Asgard is gonna get destroyed or something. So, okay, there's one left.
Frost giants.
Okay. Okay. You got quite a bit of an ultimate weapon there. What in the world? What the hell was that? Okay, he's coming to
Find out.
You're not dressed warmly enough.
I'm sorry.
Do you think that you can deceive me?
You must be mistaken.
Enough! Heimdall, may we pass?
Never has an enemy slipped my watch until this day. I wish to know how that happened.
And tell no one where we have gone until we've returned. Understand?
Brother probably feels pretty inadequate compared to Thor. Oh, that shot. This whole movie's so discombobulating. It's a cool shot, but... So is it a... I don't think it's a spaceship. I think it's like some sort of... Or maybe it is? I was gonna say maybe it like sends them somewhere. Oh, okay, it's like a cannon.
I have no plans to die today.
None do.
Very true. Okay, so they're like light speed warped to it. Cool.
You know not what your actions would unleash. I do. Go now, while I still allow it.
We will accept your most gracious offer.
Run back home, little princess.
Of course. Why'd you? Yep. Okay. Yeah, he's got nowhere to go. Okay. Okay. He's got some illusion powers. Cool. Uh-oh. Wait. Yeah. Huh? Okay. So he's half frost giant? Did fucking Odin like sleep with one of them? Have a fucking half baby. Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, Thor's having no fucking problems at all. This really ain't a big deal for him. Oh, but maybe. Maybe now. I love he's just swinging the hammer around. Like, he's not even hitting with it. He's just swinging it. That's cool. Fuck me running, man. Okie dokie. Raise some real hell up in here. No, he fucking told you guys. You can't fast travel, enemies are nearby. Okay. What in the world is that? Oh, did he like fling it and then just take himself with it? Alright. Well, I like that he's just like a million times more like badass than anybody else here combined. Like, it really shows that he is worthy of being the king.
You realize what you've done, what you've started?
I was protecting my home.
You had no need to protect your friends. How can you hope to protect the kingdom?
There won't be a kingdom to protect if you're afraid to act. The Jotuns must
I can see both sides, honestly, though.
just as they once feared you.
That's pride and vanity.
If they went in with an army, they probably would have won.
Everything I taught you. But a warrior's patience.
While you wait and be patient, the Nine Realms laugh at us. You'd stand giving speeches while Asgard falls.
You are a vain, greedy, cruel boy.
And you are an old man and a fool.
Again, I can see both sides of where they're coming from. Like, the problem is that we don't know where the father's coming from fully. We don't have all the information.
We're ready.
So, it's more... You want to side more with Thor because we understand where he's coming from, but we don't fully understand where Odin's coming from. Oh, shit! But the hammer was down on Earth. Oh, my God.
In the aftermath of the battle, I went into the temple and I found a baby.
Okay. Then why... Huh?
For a giant's offspring. Abandoned, suffering.
The giants are small for a giant.
Alfie's son.
You took me for a purpose. What was it?
I thought we could unite our kingdoms one day. Bring about an alliance, bring about permanent peace. Through you.
So I am no more than another stolen relic. Locked up
Basically.
until you might have use of me.
Why'd you twist my words?
You could have told me what I was from the beginning. Why didn't you?
You're my son.
It makes sense now why you favored Thor all these years. Because no matter how much you claim to love me, you could never have a frost giant sitting on the throne of Asgard.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another.
Sorry, Izzy, little accident. This is going on Facebook. Smile.
What did it look like?
He has gotten so accustomed to this already.
But it was heavy.
How did nobody know it was a fucking hammer?
They said it was radioactive. I had my hands all over it.
Which way?
My king, we would ask that you end Thor's punishment.
Yeah, you said, like, oh, I didn't
My
know.
first command cannot be to undo the All-Father's last.
That's true, though. Honestly, that's very true.
We're on the brink of war with Jotunheim. Our people need a sense of continuity in order to feel safe in these difficult times. All of us must stand together for the good of Asgard.
What he says, I agree with 100%.
Good, then you will wait for my word.
Do not let your tempers get the best of you.
Beg the indulgence of Your Majesty to perhaps reconsider.
We're done.
Like, the problem is that he seems so, like, cold about it. Haha. But, you know, he doesn't seem empathetic. He should have... You can tell that he has ulterior motives. Whereas if he was more empathetic, he was more trying to understand me. Like, you know, I understand. In due time I will, but I cannot right now. I cannot immediately undo the All-Father's last command.
You think you're
You're
just
gonna try and storm area visual, buddy?
walk out?
No, I'm gonna fly out.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna do it. Good. How did he know to do that?
Sir, feed from the keyhole can barely penetrate the cloud cover.
He's got a gun! Thor's got a gun! Okay, I think he dropped. Now I want nothing else than Thor firing an M16. Oh, is it gonna come to him? Again, isn't he supposed to be not worried? I feel like something really bad is gonna happen. Not really bad, but you know, as in like he's gonna go in there and it's not gonna, you can't grab it.
You want me to slow him down, sir? Or are you sending in more guys for him to beat up?
I'll let you know. One more guy.
Big. Fort bigger.
No, not a chokehold. Thor could never possibly get out of a chokehold. Oh, fucking Kangaroo King! And when he can't, they're gonna be like, okay, he's just crazy. Yeah, and he's so cocky, so incredibly confident and everything that it's all just immediately ripped away in a second. Okay.
What are you doing here?
I had to see you.
Okay.
What's up?
Huh? How the fuck?
Tell me, is it
I guess because of magic and shit. He's got real magic.
Father is dead. The burden of the throne has fallen to me now.
Can I come up?
The truce with Jotunheim is conditional upon your exile.
We'll find a way.
And Mother.
Oh man, seeing him like desperately ask that to his brother who's now the king. Like, he doesn't care about the hammer, doesn't care about anything else, just wants to go home.
I am sorry. Thank you for coming here.
I just got back.
Whew, that was a powerful scene.
I've seen the way she looks at you.
I really hope he doesn't get a love interest here. I honestly don't want Thor to have a love interest.
In that case, I'll buy another round. And you leave town tonight.
What the hell was that? I don't know, sir. We got massive energy readings out of nowhere, and then they just disappeared. 15 miles due northwest. Let's go take a look.
Okay. He's gonna take it anyway? Oh, he's letting the fucking... what do they call it? The Destroyer, I believe? Yeah.
Destroy everything.
Ruh-roh.
Keep it distracted.
So crazy that it's gonna be these four versus this guy and not Thor. Nope. Denied. What's this plan? Just die?
Taking their lives will gain you nothing.
Okay, he's trying to reason with him.
So take mine. And end this.
Ah, good plan. Okay. Why? You might want to watch out. Oh, Jesus. The electricity shocks him back to life, maybe. But no, he reached up to grab it, so. Oh, it's all coming back. Okay, just gonna melt and explode himself, sure. I guess that's how you kill a fire monster. Make it do more fire. Well, we destroyed the entire town.
Your death came at the hand of Loki.
Okay. Huh?
I swear to you, Mother, that they will pay for what they've done today.
Oh, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to like get. Oh, what? The army's coming in. How did they get in? We gotta go fight them.
It's good to have you back. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to destroy Jotunheim.
Okay. Well, that's not gonna make it look like you didn't try and kill your brother. God, the fucking choreography in this is really not that good. Everything looks so weak. Except for when it's like full on CGI. But when it's actually stuntmen, it looks like it's terrible. Oh, okay. So he's just gonna cut Asgard off from everywhere. And maybe he'll fall back down to Earth. Well, he did say there's other ways, actually. Yep. Whew. Oh boy. Jesus Christ, the whole damn thing spawned. He's just gonna let go. But now that'll mean it'll come back again.
How is she?
Eric, yeah.
Dr. Selvig, your work has impressed a lot of people who are much smarter than I am.
I have a lot to work with. The Foster theory, a gateway to another dimension. It's unprecedented, isn't it?
Guess not.
What is it?
Power, Doctor. If we can figure out how to tap it, maybe unlimited power.
Oh boy.
Well, I guess that's worth a look. Well, I guess that's worth a look.
Okay. So what the fuck is going on with Eric and fucking Loki? Because the same sort of thing as I said before. He was wearing his outfit when he was in that room before. What the fuck is going on? It's crazy shit, yo. I don't know, but I don't know why the fuck they had to throw in Thor will be the Avengers. So lame. God. Alright, I'll see you guys for the discussion of this. A quick plug real quick. I do manga reactions, obviously. It's on the channel. Go check them out. I've got more manga reactions that aren't on YouTube for various reasons like copyright and stuff. They're released on Patreon for free. I'm talking about One Piece, My Hero Academia, Dr. Stone, Promised Neverland, Golden Kamuy, and a fuckload more. A fuckload more. So go check them out for free on Patreon or click the link in the description below for just all the videos I've made on a website. As always, I am Donuts, and I'm here with Thermite. Andrew.
Hello.
I don't know why I always get both names. It's never like I say your name. We never say each other's names. We're the only two people here. Doesn't really matter. We're talking Thor.
Woo.
Honestly, let's just start right off the bat with initial impressions. I definitely liked it the least out of all of them, for sure. I didn't dislike it, but I don't know. And it really, I think, comes down to the like cast of other characters. They're all kind of uninteresting.
I can understand that. Like,
yeah, I mean, the most I liked was Eric's character, and that was again just because I really like the actor. But him even as a character, was all right. Almost all the characters in Thor, besides Thor, Loki, and Heimdall. Other than them three, they carry the movie entirely, and everybody else is just kind of there.
Yeah, I think one of the weaknesses of Thor is that a lot of the other MCU movies thus far are, like, they are an MCU movie, but they're also another sort of genre. Like, Thor is, Hulk is, a man on the run, he's a fugitive, it's sort of a monster movie. with Iron Man, it's more of a tech movie slash I guess it's sort of superhero-y.
Yeah, I mean, it's I guess I would just call it like a military movie almost, even.
Yeah, actually, military makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But then Thor doesn't really have a thing it's doing. It has some Norse mythology, but it's not like a Norse epic or anything.
No, it is. It has a very fantasy epic feel to it, where half of the movie isn't that, though.
Yeah. I guess that's the main problem. That's the human side stuff doesn't really have the same tone as the Asgard stuff.
Yeah, not at all. But that said, I honestly didn't enjoy the Asgard stuff more than the human world stuff. I enjoyed it both about equally.
Okay.
You know? And I don't know. I don't even want to say that it's like that the pacing. I don't think the pacing was bad either. I never felt like anything was dragging on or anything was too fast paced either. It was just generally I wish we had a better cast of supporting characters.
Okay.
I mean, even as far as like, you know, I wasn't that into not even I was not into at all the relationship between oh boy, what was her even name? Jane Foster and Thor. And the fact that's going to be a thing going forward, oh boy, there's just nothing there, really.
Yeah.
Like, I really can't see why either of them fell for each other other than just, like... I mean, I really don't see why either... Not even other than. I just don't. Just doesn't feel like there's much there at all.
I can understand that. Like, one of the reasons...
Yeah.
Really
quick, I can see Jane falling for him. He is a fucking god. Like, sure.
But yeah, like, in terms of a love arc, it's not great.
Yeah. But, Thor as a character, I really enjoy. So I'm excited to see him in other movies or any Avengers. Because I think he is a great character. He's very entertaining and everything. He's just very different from all of our main characters, which is great so far. He's definitely way more of a dick than even, like, Tony Stark is. Like, even now. Though, yeah, I mean, I guess that's also one of the big gripes I have with the series is, like, he was supposed to be worthy of the hammer, and I don't see how he became worthy of the hammer. I don't see how he changed. Like, other than not wanting to, like, kill all the, you know, to destroy Jotunheim, but I don't know why he decided not to. Like,
yeah.
Do you think you could articulate the change that he went through? Because I didn't catch it. I didn't see it. I didn't get it.
Like, just from the way that, you know, the big like climactic moment where he finally becomes worthy a shot, I thought it was more that he was willing to lay down his life to protect human beings, rather than just the fact that he didn't want to kill the frost giants. Like, he went from a 10 in terms of being super, like, out there to, like, a 9.
Yeah, I get, like, it didn't get pulled back that much at all.
Yeah.
And being willing to put his life on the line, like, it's not like he could have done anything otherwise.
I mean, he could have just left.
He could have, but, I mean, it wouldn't have changed much. I mean, like, him being there wouldn't have done anything. Like, I feel like it would be way more impactful of a moment of him changing if it was something that, like, actually mattered.
I guess. But, like, I can buy it. It's one of those classic, like, even if he can't physically do anything, he's still going to try. You know, he's going to try and be a hero. And because of that, the hammer decides, all right, this is the kind of guy I'd like to have wielding me.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know. I never really got the vibe from the beginning that, like, his whole thing was like, oh yeah, you're only like this because you have all this power.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I took it more of, like, a, you know, you're just hungry for violence,
mm-hmm.
And revenge and stuff like that. Which I mean, like, all the reasons why it seemed that his father would say, like, you know, you're not getting this hammer until you're worthy. None of the reasons why his father said that seem to be alleviated by him laying down his life to protect the humans.
Yeah, I do agree.
I think that is a change, but it doesn't feel at all connected to the reason why he took the hammer from him.
Right.
Yeah, I think, like, saving Loki, or trying to save Loki, would have been, I mean, like, obviously you couldn't just get the hammer in that moment, but, like, that's a clear example of, you know, that could have been a moment for him to still want, like, revenge and stuff like that. Like, you did all this, so I'm gonna fucking kill you, and stuff like that. Was a good example of him changing there, but, yeah, so, that's, I have a few gripes with the movie, but, yeah. Actually, I want to bring it up here because I didn't. I thought I wanted to wait, you know, a few days before we do this discussion so I can say everything, but I didn't even say it during my Iron Man 2 reaction. Why the fuck did you know? I'm just sorry for anybody that didn't even see Iron Man doesn't care or whatever, but like, why the fuck did Vanko go on the racetrack to try and take out Tony? He should, for all intents and purposes, not have known that he was going to even be at the race.
I think he saw it on the news. Did he not?
Not. I mean, that he was going to be. Okay, sure. That he was
like,
going to be
actually driving.
Yeah, not actually driving. Like, he was on the track way before that. It seemed like, because Tony went and got in the car right before the race started. So, like, what was his plan before that? To just, like, you know, go through the crowd and just kill everybody?
Honestly, yeah. Like, I assumed he wanted to just, you know, walk up and kill Tony, and the fact that he was in the car just changed it very slightly because he then had to, like, walk onto the racetrack.
I suppose. That felt really strange to me, why he at all thought he was going to be there, but maybe he did just, like, last minute was just like, oh, well, I guess I'm going on the racetrack now, but I don't even know how I would have enough time for that.
We do need sort of a Kaiji-esque flashback where we see his exact thought processes.
Yeah.
From driving up there to being like, all right, so he's in the crowd, I'll walk up, then I'll turn on the whips. Oh, no, he's going to drive. Okay, this is fine. I'll just walk out on the racetrack.
Like, while he was on the racetrack, he was just, like, hitting cars. That's right. It seemed like he was planning to be there anyway. Like, honestly, the whips seemed like extreme overkill if he was just going to go in the crowd and kill him. Why couldn't he just stab him or shoot him?
He needed to use the reactor. He couldn't make a lightsaber. He had to use whips.
Oh, jeez. But, okay, going back to Thor. I mean, I don't know what going back to Thor. Loki, boy... After Captain America, they put in the movie a fucking preview for the Avengers. So goddamn mad. I paused it like the first frame, but I do know that Loki's returning for the Avengers in some way.
Okay.
So, which I am glad because I did, like, say in my reaction and stuff that I assume Loki probably will be back almost 100% by the way it ended. And he's a great kind of character to bring back because he's not a sort of, like, you know, thematic villain. He's a villain that I'm not sure how I'm trying to say it. Like, yeah, his arc isn't over at all in any way, as opposed to like any of the other villains we've had.
Yeah, and whereas the other villains are kind of locked into a thing, Loki is a trickster, so you can have him do basically anything.
Yeah. Now, I just hope there's not a big twist in the Avengers. I'm like, oh, and it was Loki all along. Because, fuck, that's literally like the first frame of the fucking, like, preview.
The entire movie was an illusion.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, they could also just have him come back as a part of the Avengers. I wouldn't be that surprised. Because I keep thinking about it more and more. So far as I know, the Avengers is 4 people. It's really not much of a team. Like,
it's a little slim.
Yeah. It's way more of a squad than it is like what I imagined the Avengers to be. And again, they could just have some random characters thrown in there, but we'll get more into that in the Captain America discussion, where we'll have a whole like pre-Avengers talk. But
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
I guess I would ask, like, do you think Loki could be heroic, or do you think he's like, he's set to be a villain?
Oh, I absolutely think he could be heroic. I mean, like, again, that's why I'm like, they could absolutely bring him back as a villain or as a member of the Avengers, or even just like as an ally to them. And I think both. It's a 50% possibility for me. I am not leaning towards one way or the other. I think it's both extremely possible for either side.
Okay.
Honestly, no. I would say 60% I'm leaning towards him being an ally. 40% I'm leaning towards him being a villain. He just feels like, especially with Thor, I don't think Thor is gonna ever like. If someone had to like take him out. I feel like it would have to be somebody besides Thor. I'm not sure if you could do that. But like, would they just let someone like that also as a moment? I mean, it could be a moment of Thor trusting somebody enough to, be like, I can't do this, but I'll let you. He's my brother. I don't want to do it myself. But,
I'll let you kill my brother.
I mean, like, it could be that, like, his actions were way too extreme for us to just let it go at this point. But I can't do it because he's my brother.
Okay, I could see that.
It could be that. But yeah, I definitely see him coming back as a ally in some way, even if a almost like sort of antagonistic ally, like working together begrudgingly to take down a bigger bad. Maybe not in this Avengers then, but I mean, he could be the big threat in this Avengers. So he didn't do much in this movie. Like,
right.
It was all planned stuff. But we don't know what the extent of his abilities are if he does have, actual abilities aside from just, illusion-based stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that's
a more practical combat way to use it, I mean. Or he could just be, the mastermind Dio-esque of, he is the big threat in the Avengers, but really we're going to be facing off against, like, a couple smaller villains that are being sort of manipulated by him.
Oh, also a possibility.
But yeah, I don't know how they're gonna tie in the whole, 9 realms thing. Like, that's a big thing. I also don't know how that works. Like, because this is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but they each feel like they're separate universes, so I'm not sure how that really works.
I would say, like, don't think of the 9 realms as different universes. It's much more like places.
So, like, okay, so it is somewhere out in space.
Yeah, because they do say that Midgard is Earth.
Yeah. But, like, I assumed them saying that was just, like, the universe in which Earth exists. Because, I mean, like, of course they'd be having to travel in really weird ways and everything like that, but it did feel like they were shooting through a rift in the universe rather than, like, through a rift in time and space. I don't know why I just got that vibe. I guess it has to do with the fact they're calling them realms, which in most media, when you're talking about a realm, it's usually like an entirely separate universe, like another plane of existence. But yeah, so I guess I'll have to not try and, it is just like somewhere else in the world. It's so weird because they're all connected by, like, if the realm is Earth, it's not like, so there's just 9 planets that are connected to each other?
Something like that.
It feels a lot stranger than, the word realm just feels like a weird choice.
I mean, they're not scientists.
Yeah, they're not. True.
Yeah.
But
or they're in that area where science and magic are basically the same thing to them, as I think they say in the movie.
Yeah, but I mean, like, saying, like, the 9 worlds, like, that still feels very fantastical. And that could also imply it being entirely separate, planes of existence and everything, but it is still clearer to, imply that it isn't.
Right.
What else? There's actually a hell of a lot of characters in this movie, but most of them are barely a character. Like, this really feels like a movie that is definitely has a lot of comic book references, or like it's one that is probably great if you are a fan of Thor and have read the comics, but not as good of a movie if you're just going into it blind.
Yeah, like, there's a scene where they walk through the treasure room, and boy oh boy did people freeze frame the heck out of that scene. None of it's important, but it's the kind of thing that you can freeze frame.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the movie that, like, really was just, there, like, as clearly references and stuff that I was like, oh yeah, probably not going to go further into that.
Yeah, did you enjoy the effects for Asgard? Like, did it make you feel like it was a different world?
I mean, yeah. I don't even know what you mean by, like, the effects. Like,
it is a setting that is devised entirely of just, effects, like some practical, some CGI. And we haven't really had a place like that in the MCU movies up to this point. It's all been, just Earth or, just places. But in Thor, there's a lot of, like, the realms all have very distinct feels to them, and they're all very effect heavy.
I mean, I will say, like, I would totally buy it just being in, like, in Middle Earth or something. Like, it's not so fantastical that, like, it just feels like an advanced civilization, but I could still buy it being, in Middle Earth, which I'm trying to say is, like, it's clearly not Earth, but it's also, it looks close enough.
Okay.
Like, everything, and just in the way that the Asgardians look, they're just humans. Like, it's so close to Earth that it really doesn't look that different. It's just more gold. And I guess that's why I say it looks Middle-earthy. Like, it just looks like Earth, but old, but advanced technology. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not like the realm of the Frost Giants, where it's very clearly, like, the people there are not humans, and the area is very weird. Although, I guess you could also say it's kind of just like the Arctic.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, yeah, Jotunheim definitely feels like way more of a different world than Asgard does. Asgard really just does feel like a place that's... I mean, it feels weird to say, but, like, it just does feel like it's out of a mythological book. It doesn't feel like an entirely new world. It just feels like it's out of a fantasy book. Like, as in, it definitely feels like something humans came up with, rather than a different world. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I know that's not what it is, but, that's how it feels. It has that vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions? I really don't have much else to talk about this movie. I feel like this discussion's sadly not going to be that fruitful.
Did you like Loki's entire, like, plot line? Being a baby that was killed, or, whose parents were killed in war, going to Asgard, being raised as a Asgardian?
Actually, I did have a question. Was he, did he not know that he was a frost giant until the fight that we saw them in the movie?
Yeah, until then he had no idea whatsoever.
Okay. Because, that really changed my perception on him throughout, like, the whole movie. And I honestly don't know if I like him as much because of that. Like,
really?
I, understood him being so jealous of Thor and always feeling like second fiddle because of that. But the fact that he didn't know that at all, feels a lot more petty now.
I mean, he knew once he saw his hand change, and then he asked about it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, he seemed to, from a child, always... be jealous of Thor, and it just feels very petty knowing that it wasn't because, he knew that he was an illegitimate child and that his father would never give him the throne. I really even thought, like, in that scene, I was really being like, is he... that's when I had to be like, wait, does he not know? Like, even in that scene, at first, I was like, yeah, I mean, he's been bottling all this up for years, and as it was going on, I'm like, actually, wait, shit. Did he? Did he not know? But, I mean, yeah, it definitely comes across a way, like, I still like it all. It's very, emotional, impactful and stuff, but it does come across a little bit more, like, petulant.
Do you think we'll see the Frost Giants again, or do you think this was one and done?
I think we're definitely going to see them again. Well, actually, no, I mean, I think we might see Laufey again, solely him. I think he might be like, we might see him way later as like this is a crazy out of there predictable, yeah, they're all gone. He's the only one left. He escaped and, like find out something, like how it happened. Like, another threat came and took out all Jotunheim, and then, they see him and, he gives them a last like, oh yeah, but you don't know, there's a greater threat. Oh, now I'm dead. I could see it, them bringing back Laufey to have him job off screen to a bigger threat.
Okay.
Or to have, the frost giants in general a job to a greater threat.
If you were like an advisor in the realm of Asgard, yeah, Odin goes and does his Odin sleep, and you need to choose who is going to be the new current king. Do you choose Loki or do you choose Thor?
I mean, if they were both there and Thor wasn't cast out?
Yeah, assuming they're both there and, you only know what the average citizen of Asgard would know about both of them.
I mean, yeah, I would probably pick Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because, like, as an Asgardian, because they are a warrior race, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is their whole thing. Like, it's honestly interesting because Odin throughout the whole movie really felt like he was the Loki. Like the whole movie, I was suspecting Odin as being the one that was doing shit behind the scenes, which is why he was getting on Thor about everything. Like he was fucking up with his plans. So yeah, I mean, as an Asgardian, I would definitely pick Thor. But like, if it was just like, if it was real life normal human people, I would definitely pick Loki. Like he definitely feels like the more logical leader and the person that I would trust to lead them to a greater future, whereas Thor is a war hungry crazy person. But if I was an Asgardian, I would pick Thor.
Fair enough. So, S.H.I.E.L.D. put the hammer under quite a bit of security, or they said they did.
Yeah, they said they did.
How much faith do you have in S.H.I.E.L.D. security now?
So little. Between Iron Man 2 and Thor, they really feel like they have less security than a police station. Like, especially again, Coulson, who is level 7, and he's just like, he's so lackadaisical with all this shit. Like,
They had a sniper.
They had a sniper that was using a crossbow. That also, I just realized he wasn't even in the movie. I was like, okay, well, this is gonna be like, a guy, like sort of like a Blonsky character, but I didn't think he was gonna be as big as Blonsky. But like, nope. I mean, he'll probably be in a future S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff, but in this, he was just like, here's a guy, he's gonna use a sniper. Oh no, he's actually using a crossbow. No, just kidding, he's not a character.
Instead, the main, I wouldn't say even villain, but the big final threat was, did they give a name to the armor in the movie? Or do you remember the name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was...
A lot to say about Destroyer.
No. When it came out, when we first saw it, I was like, oh shit, what the hell is that? That thing is terrifying. And then we see it in action, and it's like, it's not that terrifying. For something that's named the Destroyer, like, I figured it'd be a lot worse than it was.
Who would win in a fight, Iron Man or the Destroyer?
I mean, I think that's the main thing. I'm like, the Destroyer just feels like a way less scary Iron Man. I feel like Big Boy could have just, like, destroyed the entire town in way less time.
Yeah, like in terms of pure destructive potential, I do feel like Big Boy and the later Iron Man suits are better.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that says something about Stark, the fact that he was able to progress far beyond, the scary
Magic.
Destroyer. Yeah?
I can't believe that's their ultimate weapon. Also, why is their ultimate weapon less powerful than the hammer? How is that their ultimate weapon, then?
Well, you don't need to be worthy to use the Destroyer.
Apparently not. Oh, man. But I mean, like, also Loki's plan is totally like legit too. Like, you know, it's the kind of thing where you're like, yeah, makes sense, and it would work probably. Like, it's the wrong thing to do, but makes sense, would work, probably would make Asgard better.
Yeah. It's hard to argue with that.
Yeah, he's the kind of person who's just like, he would be the better king ultimately overall in terms of betterment for Asgard, but you can't as a person be like, yeah, I side with him.
Yeah, it's a hard sell.
Yeah. Also, like I think the main thing is, like, you know, I would have probably even been like, yeah, I support Loki, you know, and everything. And I think he is in the right almost even up until it's like, yeah, he is just being a petulant child of Thor. Like, he is just like, no, fuck you. Like, you know, if he did was like, you know, yeah, I'll bring Thor back. He's not gonna be king, but I'll bring him back eventually. But like, he clearly had no plans of that. He was like, nope, I want him gone forever. and
so,
you know, being a huge dick to Heimdall and everything as well. We didn't talk about Heimdall at all. Heimdall was really cool, awesome guy. Don't have much to say about him, but awesome dude.
He is really cool. I'm a big fan of characters that are implied to be, you know, very important, very powerful. I mean, he's outright said to be very important and powerful, but, you know, it's not the biggest deal in the movie.
Yeah.
It's a big enough deal, but I don't know, I have weakness for that kind of guy.
Same, yeah. The kind of guy who's, like, supposed to be, he has been doing his duty for, like, all these years, and it's like, but he hasn't been doing his duty. He's been doing it because of the king. Like, you know,
yeah.
I didn't sign up for this to be the Guardian. I signed up for it to be Odin's Guardian.
Right.
Or not Guardian, but Gatekeeper. Sort of same thing.
Okay, so what do you think is going to happen in Thor 2? Like, I guess, maybe think about it with the Avengers in mind. Maybe don't. Just like, well, what would be a good sequel to Thor?
It's hard to say because, again, I know Loki's coming back in Avengers, so I think that's going to be a big part into what's going to happen in the next one. I guess just another realm. Like, that's my main theory, just another realm.
Fair.
We're going to go to another one. Or it could be something with, like, all of the realms. Like, something bad happening to all of the realms that we have to stop.
Okay.
But that also feels like a much bigger thing. Like, maybe not like I don't think that's endgame territory, but it's I think it's halfway at least. It's definitely not this soon. Like Thor 2.
Okay.
Maybe Thor 3, maybe. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, same. This one's gonna be a bit shorter than the other ones, but you know, it's Thor.
Yeah. Hopefully the next ones I'll enjoy a little bit more, and I'm expecting to enjoy Thor a lot more in the Avengers. So, until then, get the fuck out of here.
Bye.